It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the football team and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington,
they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Harris going to get it again on second down.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield off the play fake. And his throw here is incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And, oh, boy, as you can see, Terry McLaurin yet to hop back on his feet after that play. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Gibson, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
2nd and 12.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny, you know this?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he?
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 41, Darnold. It's brought in by Harris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 40 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good one. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Here's Mayfield as the clock shows 50 seconds. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 57 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now an option play on 2nd down, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Well, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's going to keep this again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. This is Harris on the draw, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Back-to-back running plays putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know, if following up on his head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I'll go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's David Arnett picking it off. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, It's Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 4. And they run with Harris off the option. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Darnold. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Here's Darnold. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Gets this to Gibson, and he will pick up the 1st down as he is out of bounds. And on that, we will reach the 2-minute warning.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Baker.
He finds his man, complete. That's Fields.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Mayfield.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Mayfield to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Alex Highsmith
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Mayfield.
Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Mayfield.
This one left side caught by Gibson. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Boy, a potential game changer there here in the fourth quarter to kick that out of bounds. And now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Darnold to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Darnold. It's complete to Fuller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down and give yourself an opportunity.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Darnold now to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
What can Mayfield do here in the OT? Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A give to Gibson running right.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're at OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. And a give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.